What up everyone, it's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Wave Armadillo Build-A-Figure Series Armadillo Action Figure Review. Before I get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's go! The origin of Antonio Rodriguez, aka Armadillo, started as a small-time crook who was locked up for a short while in a federal penitentiary. When he returned home, his wife had fallen ill with an unknown disease. With no money and being told she's incurable, he sought out help from an experimental medical scientist, Dr. Carl Malice, who agreed to cure his wife under the condition to be a test subject for his gene splicing process, which changed him into a human armadillo. During his battle with Captain America, Armadillo told Cap about his dying wife, who Cap agreed to help and made Malice keep his word. Armadillo became a well-known wrestling star after his wife was cured, joining the UCWF, Unlimited Class Wrestling Federation. He wanted enough funds to revert back to his human form and enjoy a normal life with his wife. Unfortunately, he discovered his wife was having an affair, then went on a full rampage, hurting everyone nearby to lash out his pain. Being pursued by Captain America, Hawkeye, and Mockingbird, he jumps off the Empire State Building to commit suicide, but his powerful armor saved his life and was treated for his injuries. Eventually, he gets locked up in the raft. He does get into scuffles with heroes like Hercules and then later on Spider-Man. He does end up taking on some mercenary work and joins plenty of stables such as MODOK's 11, the Sinister 16 along with Shriek, who's also a part of this wave, so some good character connections here with the wave selection. And is also recruited by Baron Zemo for the newest incarnation of Hydra and collides with the newest Captain America, Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson defeats him and is taken into custody. For powers and abilities, Armadillo possesses superhuman strength and durability, thick armored plating that protects him from injury and can withstand ballistic weaponry. Despite his mass, he can move as quickly as an athletically inclined man. His claws can pierce through medium density steel and can dig a hole in the earth deep enough to fit his entire body in less than a minute. Armadillo is a formidable wrestler and street fighter. His finishing move is called the Roadkill Slammer, where he rolls into a ball and runs over his opponent. Now taking a look at the head sculpt of Armadillo, and I gotta say this face sculpt is sick. First of all, the entire figure from top to bottom has some sick sculpting all around. I do like the angry expression we're getting here. I like the sculpted wrinkles on the lips. That looks good. You get some more wrinkles on the edge corner of his eyes. And then even the freaking nostrils are sculpted nicely. Look at those things. I like how the armored nose bridge right here resembles that of the actual mammal, the armadillo. So I do like that. Nice white pupils. And this helmet looks freaking cool, man. They really went all out with this. It is 2 layers, so, you know, the helmet is a separate piece. Not removable, but I do appreciate that being, you know, separate. I like that, man. Taking a look at the top of the head, and then the back, you get some, like, cracks there. Man, it's just great detailing. First off, this guy is chunky. He is massive, and, you know, for a Baf, he definitely fits that bill. And just look at all that leathery armored shell that resembles the mammal armadillo. So we get lots of good detailing here. You get more cracks and dings. Really makes it seem like he was through some battles and just running people over too. And I really like the additional wash we're getting here. You get this nice red wash on top of this dark sand color. And this entire upper shell piece on his back is removable. So you can see there's the peg. And you just plug it in there. And I really like this sand color skin tone, and you know, the fact that they add white in the middle here and in the inner forearms, you know, makes it pop. And this dude's rocking a 10-pack. Look at that, man. Holy crap. And you get some veins crawling through. Are these veins? I'm not sure. Or maybe it's part of the armor. I know right here on the chest he has a vein running through there and on the shoulders. So that looks cool. Even the wrinkles on the shoulder just looks nice. And then you get more of that nice shell pattern. You know, just looking so good. You get more nicks and cracks, like on the forearms, the bicep, and I really like how the elbows are sculpted in there on the joints, so that's pretty damn cool. And the hands came out looking great. Look at those claws, man, nicely painted too. So that looks really good. So he has a tighter grip on this one. This is easy for choking your action figures. And this one's more open. Just looks so good. Taking a look at the lower body here, you get more of that nice red wash. So that is really good. I like that on the front of the thighs, and it runs down to the knees as well. And then the lower piece of the shell right here, you can see his tiny tail there. No wash on the back, but I like that the knees are sculpted. However, the elbows right here are sculpted. The back of the knee joints are sculpted, but not the front. So when you bend his knees, just plain. I don't like that. It really breaks up this nice shell pattern. But it doesn't take away from the figure completely, because it's still an insane sculpt. And you get the wrinkles on the inner thighs too, man. Ooh, this sculpt is so freaking good. Told you, man, top to bottom. He's got some serious killer toes right there. Get a crack right there on top of the shell, and, you know, more dings here on top of the feet. And that is it for our Armadillo. There are no figures in the wave that have accessories for this guy, so this is what you'll get. One thing that would have been really cool with this figure, if there was some way to turn him into a ball, like bending the torso forward and just like flipping his legs the other way, bringing his feet close to his face. Do that on this side, right? And then just bear with me, see where I'm going with this. And then put his hands here. Let's just have his hands grab his feet, tuck his head down a little. Now, I really wanted to do the Roadkill Slammer. This is as close to a ball you're gonna get for Armadillo. But what I wanted to do, or what I have in mind, is maybe buying a few Shrieks, because she comes with the upper torso, and trying to cut pieces off these shells to basically layer out here and cover him like a ball. It'll probably take me a few Shrieks to do it, but it may turn out looking really nice. Or maybe not, who knows. But that's just an idea I have in mind. Whee! I don't know, something I might try later on and probably share with you guys later on if I do execute it. Now, to go over articulation, his head is on a ball joint and it doesn't even move up. It just looks straight. It looks down a little bit, left, right, and it does have some tilting, so, you know, you'll be good with that. But what I don't get here is if I pop the head off, look at the freaking ball joint. I don't know why, but it is just straight. Like, it's not even movable at all. It doesn't rock or anything, so I'm afraid to break it. I just don't understand them putting a ball peg and not letting it move around. So that's very frustrating. His arms move all the way up to about a full T-pose, so that's pretty good. The shell armor is pliable, so the good thing is when you move his arms up and around, you know, you still got that there. It's not gonna hinder the arm in any way. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbow. You got a wrist swivel and a wrist hinge. Ab crunch that moves that far forward and that far back. You got a torso swivel and it pivots and it rocks around. His legs move that far apart, so surprisingly he could get a really good split. His legs kick up that high, they kick that far back. His legs rock around. You got the thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. No, not double jointed. Single jointed knees. And no heel to the armadillo butt. And then the ankles are tricky. It looks like it just stops right here. And they don't move up. But if you just wiggle it around and kind of finagle it, work around it, you can get it to move higher up. You can move it a tad further. So this is the foot straight, and you can definitely get it upwards a little bit. Ankles move down very low, and you got the all-around ankle rocker. Now, to kick off comparisons, Armadillo stands at 8 inches tall, and here he is next to both Captain America's, Steve Rogers, and Sam Wilson. Here he is next to a classic Hawkeye and a more modern Mockingbird. We definitely need her in her classic costume. Here he is next to some villains he worked under, MODOK and Baron Zemo. Here he is next to the new Retro Series Hercules. Here he is next to the retro superposable Spider-Man. Finally, here he is next to the rest of the wave that builds him. Integrated Spider-Man is the only figure without a bath piece. And now to wrap things up, my final rating is an 8.5 out of 10. The sculpt on this is so damn impressive. There's no denying that. It's the biggest highlight of the figure. I also like the colored wash added throughout to bring out some of the sculpting. It definitely could have used more of that to elevate those details. The articulation was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It can feel a bit clunky in the knees to ankles. The area that bothered me most was the neck, as as that ball joint was the weakest part in all the POA. But I still had a lot of fun posing him around and taking pictures. I enjoy seeing the obscure characters getting love in the Legends line, and this is definitely one that's super obscure. It'll leave you with the curiosity of, oh man, who is this guy? He looks awesome. Which was the reaction of many collectors I've seen throughout the community when this figure was first revealed. Since that reveal, Armadillo was one of my most anticipated Bafs this year, and for the most part, he didn't disappoint. For display recommendations, you can put this guy with your Spider-Man villains, Avengers villains, or Hydra displays. Overall, a solid Baf and a top 5 Baf candidate for 2021. Now I kick it back to you. What do you think of this Armadillo Baf? Are you copying or passing? Let me know what kind of obscure villains you'd like to see in the Legends line. Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. That was my review. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.